Hey Bulldog fans, I'm Abby Jones. Welcome to Bulldog Blitz. Today we have an exciting show for you as we have an interview with the head coach of the baseball team, Casey Dunn, and starting point guard for the women's basketball team, Brittany Stevens. But first, let's recap on the football team's last game.
Touchdown Bulldogs at the 12-10 mark.
The Bulldogs started out this season with a landslide victory, 77-7 over Mars Hill on September 1st. The 70-point win was the Bulldogs' biggest margin of victory since 1987. Samford's offense had a total of 573 yards, while Samford's defense only gave up a total of 163 yards to Mars Hill. Key players for the game were Devin Hodges and Tadaro Marshall. Hodges threw 313 yards and 5 touchdowns, which was just one touchdown away from breaking the school record. Freshman wide receiver Tadaro Marshall produced 14 catches for 100 yards and a touchdown. Samford was able to execute it, and it looks promising that they will continue to do so. The Thursday night opener brought a large crowd out to the Bulldogs football stadium, and it certainly did not disappoint them. Samford's second game of the season was on the road against Central Arkansas on September 10th. In that matchup, Samford used a strong second quarter to take 28-10 lead in the locker room. From there, they simply held on to Central Arkansas and came roaring back in the fourth quarter, scoring 19 straight points, bringing the final score for a 35-29 Samford win. Samford will bring its 2-0 record to the field this Saturday as they are traveling to Chattanooga for their conference opener. Samford's volleyball and soccer are well on their way into their season, both coming with strong wins and good momentum. The women's soccer team capped off their weekend with a 3-1 win against Kennesaw State this past Friday night. The win brought Samford to a 4-1 at home on the season and a 4-2 respectively. The game saw the first goal surrounded at home in the past 3 matchups for goalkeeper Anna Maddox, who holds a 3-0 record this season. However, Samford fired back to score 3 unanswered goals for their own. The win comes on the heels of Samford beating Baylor in Alabama 1-0. Volleyball returns home after competing in the UTA Invitational, where they saw their first matchups result in a close 3-2 loss to the home team of UT Arlington. However, Samford regrouped and beat their next 3 opponents to finish with 3 wins on the trip. Starting point guard Brittany Stevens looks forward to her senior year as she is welcoming in and leading the team with 6 new freshmen on their roster. Let's take a look with what Kelsey Royalty caught up with her.
Okay, Britt, so coming out of high school, I know you were a 4-time state champion, and I'm sure you had a lot of role playing in that. And I just want to know what you expected coming into Samford as far as playing time as a freshman.
Playing time as a freshman was all up in the air. We had a SoCon MVP point guard coming back. She was coming off an injury, but it was definitely, I had no expectations coming in, but I seemed to fit into the offense pretty well, and hard work, Coach Morris really prizes that. So it was cool that I got to start freshman year, for sure.
Coach Morris definitely had a lot of positive things to say about you this past year. This season, in fact, I don't know if you're aware of this, you started 31 of 31 games. You had 2 season bests, including 23 points against Furman. And I think it's a first double-double in your career, 11 points and 10 rebounds against UNCG. So this year, I know you're going to be senior, and I'm sure you're very excited to lead the team. What do you think about all the freshmen coming in?
I'm really excited about all the freshmen. We are 3 weeks into preseason, and in pickup and in workouts, they've been working super hard and definitely pushing me, which is cool to see freshmen do to a senior veteran who's been here. So it's going to be, I'm really excited.
I'm excited for you.
Thanks.
Okay, another stat I saw of yours, you had 79 assists last year, so you led the team. I know it's a little bit different when you don't know who you're passing to because everyone, you know how basketball, you kind of pick up where the other person's going to be. Are you worried about that at all?
I don't think so. Our offense is sort of situated in a way where we know where pretty much everyone's going to be, and I'm aware of all the options because I've been running the offense for 3 years. But definitely with new players, it's going to be fun figuring out, their tendencies, and so I'm excited. But we have a month of practice before we start any games, so we can get ready.
All right. What are you most looking forward to about your senior season?
Most looking forward to? Wow. I just say, honestly, bonding with our team. We have 12 girls, and we have a really great opportunity to get to know each other really well, and that's what makes the season so special and the team so fun to be on. So I'm excited to get to know, especially all the new freshmen.
So excited for you. Thank you so much.
Yes.
13 years ago, Samford's athletic program welcomed Casey Dunn into the baseball program as he shed a new light of what he sees for the team. This past draft, 4 players have continued their career onto the professional level. Brian Hill caught up with head coach Casey Dunn, and let's see what he had to say.
Casey Dunn, how you doing, Coach?
Doing well.
Doing well. Well, we just want to sit here and get you in here and talk to you about this year's team, some of the strengths you have with this year's team.
I think there's a lot of unknowns this year, which is kind of the exciting part right now. We have 13 new players on the roster, and to go with that, a large sophomore class as well. So it's a lot of turnover, but we're excited to get going. You ask about strengths. I think the strength of this year's club is different than in years past because we returned so many guys on the mound, and we expect our pitching to be our strength this year.
Samford baseball has established itself not only in our conference but also to any surrounding programs as a reputable force. And how have you established that, and how do you maintain that?
Well, I think the establishment part was a lot of work early, and when you look back on what we inherited, this will be our 13th year as a staff on campus, and when you look at what the program was day one to compare to what it is day now, we've come a really long way. The encouraging thing and the thing that keeps our excitement level in our office going is we haven't reached where I think we can yet. And we think there's still a lot of upward movement for our program. 2012 has kind of been the peak of the program as we went into regional and won games within the regional atmosphere, and that's what we're searching to get back to. And then the ultimate goal is to get back and try to maintain at that level and get to a regional on a consistent basis.
Just wrap up here by saying what would be your favorite moment if you could? I guess you may have just gone over it with this.
No, I mean, I think the highlight of the program was 2012. I think, some of the brighter spots came in those early years. Those were the years that I think you look back on and were the real excitement, at least for us as a staff as we began to turn the corner. And when you look at our facility, you look at the indoor facility, the locker room area, those are also bright spots for the program, that we've been able to grow interest enough in our program and have enough on the field success that we've been able to capitalize on that with some facility upgrades. So there's been a lot of bright spots in the 12 previous years, and hopefully we can continue to take steps forward over the next several.
All right, Coach, I appreciate you.
No, thank you for your time, Brian.
Okay.
We appreciate it.
Thank you. Samford head coach, Casey Dunn.
That's all the time that we have for today. Thank you so much for watching, and be sure to tune in next Thursday. Keep up with the Blitz.